Auguste Comte lived in France from 1798 to 1857, perfectly positioned to observe and philosophize about the French Revolution. He was born to strongly royalist parents, both Roman Catholics, which put them at odds with the republicanism and the skepticism of the French Revolution. Comte rejected their royalistic philosophy in favor of atheism relatively early in life, having been influenced by French political authors Montesquieu, Turgot, de Maistre, and de Condorcet. Comte's formal education was cut short in 1816, at 18, when the school for advanced sciences he was attending closed temporarily. In response, he took up residence in Paris, where he'd stay till his death as a journalist and mathematics teacher. Even so, he read historians and philosophers voraciously in private life, and eventually became interested in merging the two by categorizing human history and putting it in order according to how the philosophers Comte was concerned with believed humans and human society worked. If I were a biographer, this would be a dramatic turning point. Over the next 30 years, Comte developed the two feats he was known for. One an entire system, and one nothing more than a hypothesis implied by his more pressing industry. The system Comte designed is positivism, based on a simple foundation and expanded always without foundation in mind. Positivism consists of the idea that beliefs about how the world works should be reached through the study of the available evidence, rather than obeisance to religion or pseudoscience without actually considering the facts. His influence on future philosophies was notable in a few ways. First, his emphasis of the scientific method. In modern times, people often take it for granted that some philosophers believe you should come to conclusions based on evidence, but in the 1800s, that was anything but obvious. Second, Comte's law of three states of intellectual development. Comte believed that as a whole, human society around the globe moved between three stages: the theological stage, where the world and humanity were explained in the context of gods and spirits; the metaphysical stage, where the world was explained through non-theistic but still unobservable phenomena; and finally, the positive stage, where the world was explained using science, with this stage distinguished by the fact humans would be aware that their knowledge had limits, abandoning absolutes in exchange for sensible laws based on observable events. Third, his synthesis of a positivist social philosophy, forming a basis he believed was appropriate to keep society stable in a modern industrial society. Finally, his 1854 coup de grace system of positive polity, which completed his development of the idea of sociology. System suggested human knowledge and effort should be furthered so that people could do things that were morally good with that knowledge, rather than arbitrarily haltered by war or the church. It should be clear at this point that Comte was concerned with society and human behavior, as practically all philosophers always have been. However, he was the first to define it as an actual area of study or give it a name, sociology, named partially for the suffix study of, and partially for the belief every political philosopher not aligned with the royalty or church was espousing at the time: utopian socialism. Then he died.